talkSPORT Clips of the Week.
Yeah, quite a lot of clips this week, so we better press on, Andy. You want to kick us off?
Yeah, we start with Graham Beecroft at Everton versus Spurs.
Coming on to have a run out. Well, it's almost like a situation where the Matador has almost put the bull to bed.
Sorry, we have an issue
with
the equipment. That was an old clip from 1934 by the sound of it. Fantastic.
Is that a problem on the playback?
Do we have an issue? Let's try it again. We'll try it once more. You may not have heard that. So anyway, this is Beaky with Everton versus Spurs.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no. Dear.
Oh blimey.
This is
not looking good, is it?
This is a disaster. Should we?
Well, what are we going to do, folks? We're going to have to try. We have an issue. What a moment for it all to go wrong.
That's never happened before.
No. Well, look, it's the first time for everything.
Oh well.
So we will not attempt to bring you the clips as soon as. Until then, here's a kitten playing with a ball of wool and some music. Yeah, interlude. Well, it's got to be. Meanwhile, what's going on? It's going to be a great disappointment for people tuning in with the clips, and then you're scraping the barrel of your third sheet of paper. We're going to get Chinese groundsman Mo's AstroTurf pitch.
No, I was going to do a report to you on Tim Vickery's tweet.
Oh, yeah.
Which basically he's just announced that actually I haven't got it in front of me.
I know. It's a Gremio player.
Who's
playing for Brazil, and he's a call-up. And Tim says he's a very good player. What's his name?
Arthur.
Yeah, that's right. So fans of On the Buses there will be very pleased to see him. I'm just looking at our technical team there, getting the 1,000-yard stare.
They were working all right in the meeting when we listened to them.
Oh yeah, well that wasn't live in the studio. Of
that's
course,
very true, actually. Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
We could switch to our next bit and then come back.
Well, we haven't got. Don't start producing this show, Andy. It's like the old days. You've taken over.
I know. So I can't help it. You can take the producer out of the boy and all that.
Shall we give you a couple of minutes? Shall we head off early?
Morning, Alan. You've always been terrible at betting. By the way, your reading's improved, hasn't it? Not.
Oh, hello.
The talkSPORT Clips of the Week.
You just know what's going to happen. They're not going to work, are they?
The music's working. So, Andy, would you care to kick us off?
Well, I believe we're starting with Graham Beecroft at Everton versus Spurs.
Moussa Dembele coming on to have a run out. Well, it's almost like a situation where the Matador has almost put the bull to bed.
Well, it's a phrase we all use, of course, isn't it?
Well, it's better than stabbing them in the neck.
Puts the bull
sword.
That is very true.
Thanks.
Now, this is the NFL newbies, Andy Goldstein and Jason Cundy, chatting to expert John Krieger.
I think you'll be going for the New England Patriots. Okay. And they're one of the richest.
I'm a Patriots fan, yeah?
You are a Patriots fan, Jay.
What, have they got a nickname?
They are the New England Patriots.
Yeah, that's the nickname is they haven't so much got a nickname as a name. That's what they've got.
This is Danny Kelly and Stuart Pearce reflecting on the Mourinho Hughes spat.
Two different versions of events coming out from the touchline there, Stuart.
There often is, Dan, when managers have a tat-tat.
Yes, a tat-tat. That was classic Del Boy, wasn't it, really?
It was, yeah.
To be fair, Stuart, he's having French lessons at the moment, and he's got the same teacher as Quinny.
And off the back of Saga's man bag, we heard that producer Skagsy wore a pair of Ugg boots. What are they? Ugg boots?
I'll tell you about those in a minute.
Okay, on Boxing Day. He took them back the next day after getting so much abuse from his mates. We want to know, what's your biggest fashion fox pas?
They may need a new teacher, the pair of them, really.
They do, really.
They need a tat-tat with a new teacher.
This is Danny Murphy discussing the Mane high boot.
If the defender starts coming towards you and you clip his face or clip his shoulder or chest with the overhead kick, you're off.
You're gone. Right.
So the law is an arse, isn't it? An ass.
Yeah, that bit late, really. Correct. That was a bit like putting the ball back to bed, as Beaky would say.
That's true.
Here's Andy Goldstein introducing one of his guests on The Final Word.
Alongside me is the Ali Jones of Sports Radio. It's the former Wales, Liverpool and Villa striker. It's Dean Saunders. Dean, good evening.
Yeah, I've never been called that before. Ali Jones.
Huge show
I
coming
was
up.
walking in the park.
Yeah, that was his big hit. Of course, we're walking in the park from the film The Park Man or The Park Keeper. Yeah.
Here's a caller to Sports Bar.
Supposing they won the appeal and they got the mandatory three-match ban reduced, where does that leave any other mandatory red card? Because anybody could appeal and say it wasn't so mandatory. And the rules are it's a mandatory three-match ban.
Yeah, it is for you, certainly. Stop saying mandatory, especially as it's mandatory. And I tuned into Jim White's show on Monday to see if there was any big breaking football news. But I've got to be honest, Andy, much like you, I didn't spot anything.
I am hearing Neil Ashton of The Sun running the news at the moment that Frank de Boer has indeed been sacked. Frank de Boer has gone. Frank de Boer has been sacked. Results on the pitch have cost Frank de Boer. Frank de Boer has been sacked. Frank de Boer gone. Bombshell news for Frank de Boer. De Boer has gone. Crystal Palace have confirmed it. Frank de Boer has parted company. Frank de Boer has gone at Palace. Frank de Boer has gone. De Boer has gone. It's been quite a morning. Frank de Boer sacked. Frank de Boer has gone. Frank de Boer was sacked. Frank de Boer has gone. Sacked. Frank de Boer has been sacked. Frank de Boer in the last few moments has been sacked. Frank de Boer has been sacked at Crystal Palace. De Boer is sacked from his position. Frank de Boer sacked. Frank de Boer sacked. Ronald de Boer has indeed Frank de Boer has indeed been sacked. We are trying to get confirmation on this.
Ronald de Boer's been sacked. I didn't even know he was in work.
I like the idea.
What's Frank up to at the moment?
He's gone.
Oh, has he really?
I like the idea of him driving away from the Palace training ground, listening to TalkSport, hearing Jim say it all the time. Yes, I know! Brilliant.
So, what's next then?
It's Fisherman's Blues now, and Nigel Botherway name-dropping.
Eric Clapton, I mentioned at the top of the show. Rock star Eric Clapton.
Yeah, not the plumber.
No,
that's right, yeah. No job too small.
That's it, yeah.
So, here's Alan Brazil on Breakfast discussing Essex skipper Ryan Ten-Doeschate.
That's all we can do, and we kind of feel that's enough now with 8 wins. That should be enough.
There you go, Essex skipper Ryan Doeschate there.
Ryan Doeschate. Look, people do struggle. I do struggle with those Dutch names. Although, to be fair to Big Al, he did do slightly better than Mike Parry.
Ryan Ten-Doeschate.
Yeah, see?
Much better.
Well, congratulations to Ryan Ten-Doeschate this afternoon, because he's the Essex skipper, and they have won the championship. So well done to them.
Well done to them. Time now for Caller of the Week to Jim White.
David, you're a big Liverpool fan. You're through to us. Good morning to you.
Morning, Dave.
Hi, David.
Hello.
Hi, David. You're through to us. Good morning.
What, me?
TalkSport Caller of the Week.
Now, I'm not sure about the commentary games we've got on TalkSport this weekend, but don't worry, Goffey will know.
On Saturday, it's the return of the Premier League, a Spurs or Swansea on TalkSport with Liverpool versus Barnsley.
Well, look, I want to know whether it's Spurs or Swansea, because I can barely be bothered to go to Wembley when it's Spurs.
I think they're both
when
playing.
It's Swansea. They're both. He said or. He definitely said or. I know Barnsley are. Who's next?
Well, they're across between Barnsley and Barnsley.
Of course they are.
Burnley and Barnsley.
Yeah.
Right, I can't do it either. Here's the first in a new occasional series, Speak Chinese with Jim White, Lesson 1.
Star player of last season, Anthony Modeste, has been loaned out to the Chinese club Tianjin Quanjian.
Yes, so let's repeat that now with Jim, everybody.
Tianjin Quanjian.
Very good.
I like it.
And the same to you. So what's next, Andy?
It's back to Alan alongside co-host Ali McCoist.
Right, Rory McIlroy's defence of his FedEx. Oh, by the way, that's what I meant to say to you. Lovely pitch you sent me, Willie.
See, footballers, they never change, do they? They still do the sort of stuff.
That was illegal.
I think they still do the sort of stuff that they did in the dressing room all those years ago. Now, here's a caller to Jim White.
If he didn't play the standby players, excuse me.
That's great.
Oh, dear me.
Well done there.
And, yes, staying with the callers, Keith the Villa fan called Extra Time's Adam Cattrall. It was 2:30 in the morning, as we think you can tell. Keith, how are you, mate? You good?
Hello there, mate.
How you doing, pal? Listen.
Now, I've just... Hello?
Yeah, go on, pal. What do you want to say?
Yeah, I've recently got back into Aston Villa. We've seen Game of Town, and now Steve Bruce is our saviour. Who got it? In general.
You reckon he's had a beer?
I think he might have.
He may have had one or two.
He said something at the end there that I didn't quite catch.
I'll see it again.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, well, that all makes sense. I think now Codge is back, he said we'll be all right. And finally, Andy, what should we do?
Oh, let's go back to Fisherman's Blues.
We gave you a live update from Wraysbury last week as the British Carp Angling Championship reached an exciting climax. Well, if you haven't heard already, and you must have been on the moon if you haven't,
I've got to be honest, I hadn't heard.
I hadn't. Anybody in the gallery?
No, nothing. 1,000 yard stare from next door. You, the listeners, had you heard? Well, one of two of you, obviously. But in fact, I couldn't think of a particularly big sports news story from this week at all. Could you, Andy?
No, not really.
I couldn't really think of one.
Frank de Boer has indeed been sacked. Frank de Boer has gone. Frank de Boer has been sacked. Results on the pitch have cost Frank de Boer.
No,
Still
can't really think of one. I'm sure something will come to mind later. So there we are.
Has gone.
That's the.
Frank de Boer has parted company. Frank de Boer has gone at Palace.
Frank de Boer's gone. Is he? 08717 7233. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much, folks. There we are. Thank you to everybody who suggested clips that were played this week. We got there in the end. Dave H, Mike Wolfrey, Rav, Hamid Barami, Dale Waldron, Gareth Caddy, Ron Spadgecock, he's still there, D-Jam, Ken Brazier, Roger in Durham, Eddie Bragg, Michael Barber, Dennis Compton, good afternoon Dennis, The Lesonator, Mark Cubitt, Ralph Devlin, Simon Frost. You hear a clip on TalkSport over the next 7 days, please send it in to us, talksport.com.
Oh, thought it was down a ball in, really? God bless him.
Excellent. if his voice was as deep as that, wasn't it?
Go. And then Ronnie, what I did was I shouted at him, go. He was great, lovely, top man.
Can you talk like that all the time? That's much better than your normal voice.
See, Moose.
Apparently not, Moose.
Daily Mirror this morning, 20...